Pronunciation Pro.
Pronunciation Pro.
Am I a confident person? Do I label myself as a confident person? Why or why not? What evidence am I gathering to create this belief or opinion about myself? Okay. And then I want you to ask yourself, do I want to keep that? Okay. Is that a thought or a belief of myself that I like and that I want to keep? Okay. And you may be thinking, well, it's not really up to me. it's not really my place to make that decision. These other people, like Dodzy was saying, these other people have told me that that's who I am and that's how I am. Okay. And today, okay, no, I don't like it. Don't like the opinion. Okay. Yep. My guess is you're probably like, if you have come up with that opinion, it's probably that no, I'm not. That's why you're here. I don't want to keep that opinion of myself. I want to change that. So here's what we're going to talk about today. All thoughts are optional. All opinions you have of yourself are optional, even if they come from other people. Okay. Even if people have told you this is who you are or the way you are, no one gets to decide who you are or what you are except you. Okay, that is all coming from you and your thoughts. Okay, and so this is just kind of a precursor to where we're going today. But I want you to think of anything that you've created in your life. And I want you to think about where that creation started. Okay, so maybe you have, maybe you're an artist and you had an idea of something that you wanted to create, maybe a painting of some sort. It all started with an idea. It all started with a thought. And then you went about going about creating that. Okay. Today we're creating confidence. We're really working to create confidence. Okay. That's a result. That's a creation that we want in our life. Okay. It's going to start with a desire to create that confidence. And it's going to start with just a thought of like, I think I might be able to create confidence here today. Okay. Our thoughts are very, very powerful and are the beginning of what we create in our lives. Okay. So let's really break down what we're talking about here. So this we're going to kind of dive deeper into a topic that I talk about in module 4A called confidence versus self-confidence in the Confident ProMindset course. Okay. And in this lesson, we talk about self-confidence. So today we're going to talk about self-confidence. So self-confidence and confidence, I break out into two different categories. Okay. First, we're going to talk about self-confidence, and then we're going to talk about confidence. And as you break it down, you'll realize that when I say, are you a confident person, that's a very global overall reaching. And, you might have said to yourself, well, sometimes, yes and no, sometimes I'm confident, sometimes I'm not, and we're going to break down why that is. Sometimes you feel confident, sometimes you don't. Okay. Self-confidence is a feeling of trust in yourself. Okay. It's trusting yourself. I like to break self-confidence down into three different categories. Okay. And I want you to kind of ask yourself if you feel like you have these, if you connect with these thoughts. Okay. I know I can learn new things. Okay. Do you feel like you can learn new things? Yes. Okay. Khalid, you can learn new things. Dodzy, Giovanni, Sionmi, do you feel like you can learn new things?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Who else is here? Let's see. I can only see so many videos on my thing. And actually, I am going to pull this up too so I can see who else is here. Oh, we've got more people here. Welcome, everyone. Okay, we're just diving into confidence here. Okay, so if you can say yes to, I know I can learn new things, then great. If you said no to, I want you to really question that because I guarantee you know how to learn new things. You have accomplished so much in your life already, and that has required you to learn new things. Okay, so self-confidence, number one, I can learn new things, check. Okay, you guys should all be in that category. And this really falls into a growth mindset, that you feel like you can grow, that you feel like you're not fixed. Like what you know now is what you're the only all that you're going to know the rest of your life. Okay, that is just not true. Okay, if you want to learn more about growth mindset, I recommend the book Mindset by Carol Dweck. An incredible book. If you feel like sometimes you feel like you kind of have a fixed mindset, or you feel like you can't really grow beyond where you are now, that book really opens up your mind to just the opportunities of growth throughout your life. Okay. The other one, I know I can do hard things. Okay. That's a factor of self-confidence, to be like, ooh, there's a challenge, and here I have the self-confidence to overcome that challenge. Now ask yourself if you know you can do hard things. Yes. Okay, good. Okay. If you're saying no, please challenge that. I know you can. This whole last year for everyone has been an obvious testament to you can do hard things, okay? There have been challenges everyone has been facing, and you have been doing it, okay?
It depends on the definition of hard things, I believe.
Oh, yeah? Tell me more.
Well, I don't know, like you want to be an astronaut, you can do it, but it will take you ages to reach that level.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the thing. You
Well,
can
you can do
it, but maybe, or there are some other things that you have like you want to be a sportsman, and that is obviously very hard, and that you can do that thing when you are in your 20s, maximum 30s. Otherwise, there is no reason to do that, to try to do that, because I mean that's a genetic thing.
Okay, so so let's separate I can do anything with I can do hard things. It's like, if there's a challenge in front of me, so yeah, there's definitely like limitations that we may have with ourselves and where we are at this stage of life and things like that, certainly. So I'm not here saying you can do anything, you can do it, just put your mind to it.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it depends on the definition of what we mean with hard things.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I mean by hard things is that you're going along in life and you hit something that's challenging to you. So it might not be challenging to everyone else, or any, these people over here or anything else. It's what's challenging to you. So like speaking English, obviously for a native speaker, not as challenging, right? But for you, not having it as your first language, this becomes a challenge. And so looking at situations and being like, okay, I'm the kind of person who, when met with a challenge, if it's a challenge I want to accept, none of you have to speak English, right? You can choose. You do have the choice to going somewhere, doing something else, or living somewhere else, or you all have a choice. Okay. And I think that power of choice is great. Whenever you feel like I don't have a choice, I want you to really question that. Okay. Because when you say, no, this is my choice and I choose to do this hard thing, there's so much power that comes in for you for that. Okay. So when you up against these challenges and you say, this is a challenge that I choose, and I'm the kind of person who, when met with a challenge that I want to pursue, I can do it. Okay. And to me, I always think of like, so we set the goals that we have. So let's take the goal of, I'm going to speak like a native speaker. Okay. I'm going to speak English like a native speaker. In pursuit of that goal, you become stronger, you become better, you become a higher version, more developed version of yourself. in the pursuit of that goal. So to me, it's not always meeting the goal that is the results that I need. Sometimes it's just working to achieve that goal. I realize, oh, hey, I've gotten stronger. I've gotten better. Maybe I reach that. Maybe I decide that goal, I don't really need that goal anymore, that I like who I am as I've worked towards that goal. And now I'm happy, but I'm happy with the result, or I keep going towards that goal and I reach that goal. But in pursuit of that goal, when you're overcoming these challenges and you're working through hard things, you become a better version of yourself. Okay. So that's the fun part of this journey, is who you're becoming through pursuing these hard things. And when you can say to yourself, I am the kind of person that will keep working, keep striving, that grit, that determination of I can do hard things, I'll stick with something and I'm not going to give up. That's self-confidence. Okay. So when you feel that inside of you and you feel like, yeah, I am that kind of person, then you can honestly say in yourself, I have self-confidence. Now you might be in a situation just like, oh, it depends on the hard thing. Sometimes I do give up, and sometimes I don't follow through with all these things. And that's totally fine. It's not all or nothing, but look for evidence that you have done hard things in your life. Look for those times that you have and draw on that and say, you know what, I have, and I'm going to use that self-confidence that I used in that situation, and I am going to apply it in these other areas. Okay. All right, here's the third part of self-confidence. I am willing to feel any uncomfortable emotion in order to grow. Okay, this one I think is a really hard, this one gets a little bit more tricky. It's just like, am I willing to feel fear to grow, in order to grow? Am I willing to step out of that comfort zone and feel that fear and that discomfort? Yeah, it kind of depends, right? It depends. Am I willing to do that? And that's the thing, is I feel like this is an ongoing question that I'm asking myself all the time. It's like when I start feeling that fear, it's like, am I willing to go here? Am I willing to do this? Because this is really uncomfortable. Am I okay with being uncomfortable because I want the growth? And sometimes the answer is yes, and sometimes it's no. Sometimes I'm like, you know what, not worth it. And sometimes I'm like, no, this is worth it. This is worth the discomfort of growth. Okay. Here are some other things. Embarrassment. Am I willing to feel embarrassed in order to grow? Okay. A lot of my students, I hear this, is like, I don't want to speak up and I don't want to make mistakes because I don't want to feel embarrassed. They're afraid of the emotion of embarrassment. Okay. And that's what you have to really kind of sit in and be like, am I okay with being embarrassed? Because I am going to make mistakes, like when I grow and I'm working on my English, I am going to make mistakes. Am I okay with feeling embarrassed? Okay. And I hope this conversation is making you feel uncomfortable right now, because if it is, then you're asking yourself the right questions. Okay. If it is kind of being like, ooh, now I'm like, I'm a little uncomfortable, then you are sitting in that discomfort that I'm talking about. Okay. Am I willing to feel judgment? The discomfort of being judged. Am I willing to sit in that uncomfortable emotion and feel that in my body? Okay. Am I willing to feel rejection? Am I willing to kind of be in that situation where I feel like, oh, I don't fit in, or I'm being rejected because of the way because of the mistakes I'm making. Okay. That is all part of getting out of your comfort zone here. Okay. So as you're growing in your English development, what's required for growth is stepping out of that comfort zone.
Pronunciation Pro.
Pronunciation Pro.